happening, gamers? It's K Mega 405 coming from you live from the 405. Well, I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. I just wanted to touch on a video this morning about impatience. I know I've talked about this on podcasts and maybe when I've been going on talking about other subjects and I brought it in. But I just kind of want to focus on this for a second. And it's funny to me because it's like I get it that we're at a time where or an age where everything has to be right now. We want it in our hands right now. We really want it, and that's with everything. You know, if it's a vehicle or if it's jewelry or money or anything, we just want it right now. We don't want to be we don't want to wait. We don't really. There's a lot of people that don't really care about anticipation. They just want the product in their hand, and it gets to a point to where it's kind of bothersome. Um, Case in point, I'm looking at I'm looking and seeing articles about some more people coming over from Sony, I guess, to the initiative, or the initiative is getting some more developers for the studio. And I'm starting to see this rumble. I've been seeing it. I see it all the time. I've seen it ever since last year. Well, how about we see what the initiative is doing instead of just keep talking about all the developers that they brought over? And I'm not trying to knock anybody that has that mindset, but you also have to understand if you want these type of games to come out that you're anticipating that the initiative is going to bring, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to be patient. Case in point, you look at PlayStation fans when they talk about God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, when Detroit first dropped. Detroit was dropped that demo back on the PlayStation 3 when at the time when I first seen that demo or the promo or whatever for that game, and the game was called something else. It wasn't called Detroit Become Human. It was called something else because I think it was just the name of the female character that they showed, and they showed this promo trailer, and like I was like, no way that PlayStation 3 graphics is pushing a game like that. And we were right. It wasn't. It was made for this generation. Very impressive tech. Very impressive tech. But look how long when they showed that back in 2012, 2013. I think it was in 2012 actually. And look how far it took before Detroit Become Human came out. God of War. God of War was talked about for years, but they were working on God of War for 5 6 years. Horizon Zero Dawn the same. So you have to think about if they're going to make these big budget games like this, it takes time. It's just like with Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption took about almost what 7 8 years, somewhere around there. And just because they show a product, 2 or 3 years out, and I get that some people kind of look at that the way that PlayStation kind of threw themselves at people, but see, there's a downside to that as well. And Microsoft took the brunt of that because when they did show something early, then what do we get? A cancellation and a game that didn't live up to the expectations. Crackdown 3, Scalebound. So I don't understand how people can try to be in this mode. I mean, they just made the initiative what a year and a half ago, somewhere around there, and people are already starting to where's the games? Where is that? I need to see it. Look, I get that the stands will say whatever and do whatever to try to make things be played out as negative, but Xbox fans themselves should not do this. Games are being shown. And they may not be games that you're interested in. But if you think that Initiative is going to have something to be shown that's that's about to be dropped next year, then what you're going to get is a Grounded or a Bleeding Edge, something like that. Passion projects. And if they do bring out a passion project, that's fine. But what is problematic is that if you want those big heavy hitter games, those games ain't gonna come out for 2, 3 more years from now. They're just not. Now they might have technology and they might work efficiently and fast and all of this and all that, but there's no way that these games will come out in 2 years in the game unless they have the same type of engine that they're going to be working on, kind of like what you've seen with when they took forever to make Quantum Break, and then when Quantum Break dropped, and they dropped Control just a couple of years later because they was using the same assets or whatever. Gears because they was running off that same engine, but it was more enhanced. So yeah, we could see another God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn around, just maybe 1 or 2 years from now. But they already have the engine built for that. When you're building the game from scratch, Jack, that's not gonna that takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of time, and especially if they want these type of games to be different and new. And look, be patient. I don't understand why there is not a problem. There is not a down drop in games. There is not. None. I don't even know how. I don't understand this misconception of where people are getting to thinking that there is not games available. If you're a multi-console gamer, you have plenty of options. If you're just a one console gamer, you have plenty of options. There are so many other options. There's so many games out there available for you. You don't want to have a console. And I don't know if you hear that lawnmower going off. We got somebody cutting the yard. Got the lawn guy out there. But anyway, I just don't understand this impatience. I really don't get it. Like, what are we doing? Relax. Let these people do the work, because then, when we did Devin the Gamer last night, I was listening to one, like they get tone deaf after so long with people complaining. Well, I just want to see a trailer. I just want to see a name. I get it. But the only reason why you're so impatient is because you have some people on your back, on your throat, on your neck, keep telling you that there's no games. And you want to shut them up. And I get it, but the point is you'll never shut them up. Fable, for instance, when Fable gets shown, because we all know it's not, it's like the biggest dirty little secret out there, right? When Fable gets shown, the hype will be tremendous. Then there's going to be that one or two it's always going to be like one person that's going to show a blurry picture of whatever Fable is being shown as, and then they'll put it up to The Last of Us 2 or Final Fantasy 7 for right now because it's a year exclusive, and then they'll dull the picture out for the Fable, and then there we go again. It's Fable, Xbox. What happened to the power? It'll be a different narrative. The goalposts will move again, and you'll still have the same stuff being said. You still will. So it's not one of those things where you have to. It's just one of those things where you just got to be. You just got to understand. Look, this stuff is totally different. It's not what you think. It's not as bad as what you think or pretend. And I understand, like I said, the impatience, the whole idea of the unknown. But not every game is going to come out to be State of Decay 2 or Sea of Thieves. Everything is not going to have cartoony graphics. And the better the look of the game, the more it takes time, because these people want to make a good quality game. And the games will be shown. The games they're going to be games to be shown. Look, I mean, we're going to wait another, what, 2 months before we actually see something? We might start seeing something here recently, especially if those leaks are true about from that Shinobi guy. But who knows? I don't care. I don't have to worry because I got plenty of games to play for one. And two, I know that these games are going to come. Stop letting other people dictate your enthusiasm for what you're doing. Look, beat the games that we got now, right? My backlog is huge. If consoles get delayed, cool. If games get delayed, cool. There's plenty of games that's going to be available and that are available right now to buy, to play, and to run through. I just don't understand this logic of it's always something. It is always something. I guarantee you, when these games start getting dropped, there's always going to be another narrative. There's always going to be this. Oh well, the game ain't going to come out for 2 or 3 years, so good luck. Mark my words. If they start dropping games, if they start dropping trailers and stuff like how PlayStation was doing, yeah, that's going to be a big relief for a lot of people out there that's been waiting to see what Xbox is going to have in the future. But it's still going to another year pass. Oh, it's going to be another Crackdown 3. Oh, it's going to get canceled, and then you got to hear another piece of stuff. That's again, if you ain't blocked everybody or get, it's still going to be prevalent into your face, and every time you got to hear the same crazy narratives from the stands. They're cattle. They just go with whatever. I've seen the biggest thing. Look, trip me out. I jump on social media and I'm thinking, I say, oh, damn, this has got hit. I said, it must be something from Final Fantasy VII. It's got like 6,000 likes. I read it, and you know what it is? It's a joke. Oh, wow. This game ain't work. Final Fantasy VII isn't working on the Xbox. Final Fantasy VII Remake ain't working on the Xbox. Damn near 6,000 likes. And people, ah ha ha, ah ha. Not about the gameplay. Not about what's going on here, what's going on there. It's a joke going towards Xbox gamers because of your little year exclusivity. That's it. That's what you got. Xbox fans was trying to throw that Rise of the Tomb Raider into their face, and it was all out war. Devs got talked about, got attacked. It was hate. Media was on a rampage trying to force the Square Enix to tell the gamers this game is not an exclusive for Xbox. I mean forcing that any time other than that, when any game that's being showed, like nobody had no idea that Nier Automata or Hellblade was going to. I knew because I was told. When I brought it up, I got attacked. I got beat down. I've said that story a million times. And I told them that there was a Street Fighter coming. Now, I didn't know if it was Street Fighter 5 or what, but I knew the Street Fighter was coming and it was the backwards compatible Street Fighter. That's when it was getting ready to rev up. This was before we knew about the whole backwards compat thing getting launched off. But that was the thing that tripped me out. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So they can say all they want to about they get the chance to play Final Fantasy VII. The game is going to be coming out, and if you're a multi-game, you can buy it right now. You can double, triple dip. You can buy it on the PC. It's not an exclusive. From their standards, I'm going to go by what their standards are. As low, like preschool level that they are, those levels are. I'm just going by their standards. Hey, it's not an exclusive, so why would you even brag about it? It's not an exclusive. You got Sony paid for a game that's going to be coming to the Xbox and to PC here in the future. Okay, so what? Whoop-de-doo. By the time they get to the Series X, it's going to be well polished, going to look fantastic, and we good. You know what I'm saying? So it's no big deal. But that's the thing to me that just trips me out overall, right? Is the whole thing about this level of just it's not even excitement for some people anymore. It's just all about what can you show me? What can you show me? What can you give me? What can you do? What give me this is that what and I'm not saying look, I mean we pay money for these consoles. I get that. But I'm saying in the sense of you want these developers to do Superman type things but don't want to give the developers the Superman time for them to make these games to be gargantuan, to be fantastic and to be huge. Even if they show Fable, I'm sure Fable ain't going to be ready to go until what, late 2021? And I mean, they got Playground Games what about 2 years ago, 2 3 years ago. So I mean, you're looking at about about 3 4 year window. I mean, usually these games, these big games, unless and especially what they take, let them take their time with it, they take about 5 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because of what's going on is maybe easier to make for these newer consoles, which we've heard that they can probably get games out quicker. But again, what I'm not understanding is why worry? Like if there's all this talent coming over, then it should be noted. It's one of those things where it's like, look, it's for fanfares to show like, look, this company is gaining a lot of huge big names that's worked on some fantastic games, and it's great. It's great. So I don't know, man. I just wanted to touch bases on that. I just tripped me out because I've seen like numerous people just keep saying this, and and I don't think they understand the reality of it once it's shown. Yeah, the hype is going to last. It's just kind of like with Gears. Gears. If people wanted Gears to be displayed the way that it was, and if it wasn't, it was very smart for Xbox to take Gears and kind of spread it out like they did. Of course, there was the naysayers. Oh, the story was this. The story is going to be messed up. They got something wrong. The game is not going to be finished. It's going to get delayed. Blah 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 blah. Right? But it got so much excitement once they laid it out, and especially when they had the story just coming out. What about a week or two before the game launch, or maybe a month, somewhere around. It was close to the game's launch. And then everybody's hyped. The dope ass trailer, the everything was like, oh, this looks wow. I'm excited, right? And then it grabbed a lot of so much attention that Sony had to just do their thing right there to try to nullify it. And then exactly what I thought would happen did happen. The first thing that was dropped, oh, Game Pass. It's going to kill the game. Oh, the game is this. The game is that. And then look at this now. What you know what I'm saying? Gears is better than ever, man. Looks fantastic, plays great. Had issues, of course, because of I think that they weren't anticipating. And I never understand this about games. When games come out that they get hit with a large group, they have problems, they have issues. But it's like, whoa. But then right then and there, people start paying attention more to the negative because the stands wanted to make it about the negative more than anything else. But then I like look at Final Fantasy VII. You see how the opposite side of it is. It's not. I mean, I've read certain things about it. It's not a 90 plus. It's not a game of the year, but it's a good solid game. Um, it's a good solid game. And I mean, and if you played the first Final Fantasy, then then it brings some nostalgia, things like that. That's all well and good, right? Who cares about Metacritic scores and all that stuff? What I'm saying is, but when this game is out, there isn't this level of hate and disdain for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Even the people that just don't care about it, they don't care about it. They ain't talking about it. They're playing whatever. There's not this, oh man, Final Fantasy is trash. No, no. When Ghost of Tsushima come out, there's not going to be people saying, it's trash. There will be. I mean, there's always those few very small individuals that will just want to just do that. But when Ghost of Tsushima finally drops, it's not going to be one of those things where people are just like, attacking the game because it's there. I mean, it's crazy to me. Like, and everybody's all quiet and letting PlayStation fans enjoy Final Fantasy Remake. Nobody don't want you to enjoy Bleeding Edge though. Nobody don't want you to enjoy when Grounded drops. Why? What is the purpose of that? I don't know. But like I said, I'm not going to go too long on this. I just wanted to touch on this. Like, look, have patience. We all know, we're looking at right here. All these studios, they're making something. Halo is right around the corner. You know, you got Forza is right around the corner. Then you have everything else. That Rare game, that looks like that's going to be really dope. I'm actually looking forward to that game. That game looks fire. Um, Wasteland is right around the corner. The initiative and under, what I'm saying, in Undead Labs, they're working on their projects. Playground Games will probably be the first one to present the big budget game that that's not from that's from the newer acquired studio. I do believe that, because Rare has always been with Microsoft. So, and Wasteland is still Wasteland 3 is basically still, it's going to be a multiplat. But from, what I'm saying, and then I think after that I'll probably be Obsidian. I think probably maybe even what I'm saying, and then Compulsion will probably be next after that. I don't think we'll see anything from the initiative, the game, in our hands until maybe a couple of years from now. And then of course the same you got with Hellblade, but Playground Games is going to be the new flagship company that brings the IP, which Fable is not a new IP, but it is going to be a remake. So it's going to be the first ones to drop it, and that's we'll find out how long that is out. But still, I believe that they're going to be the first ones, and then it's going to go probably with maybe Compulsion and um, Obsidian, or I should say, uh, Ninja Theory, then Obsidian, then you got everybody else that's going to be bringing stuff, and then at that point, ain't nobody going to be talking about Xbox got no games, because it's going to be a slew of them. Just love, you know what I'm saying? Just these love projects and AAA games, double A games. You know what I'm saying? Just they're gonna just flood everybody, and then it's gonna get to a point to where we're kind of at now. It's like there's just so many games to be. So that's why it's like when Phil says they're gonna be spread out. They got so many games that they're working on. They're gonna have to be spread out. You don't want all these games to just be clustered together. And then of course the rumors about more studios coming. The whole Konami thing, you know what I'm saying? What's going on between Konami and Xbox and PlayStation, and I think Konami is over here just saying, look, we're gonna probably sell to the highest bidder, because ain't nobody buying our casino machines right now, because all casinos are shut down for the most part. So hey, have Silent Hill, PlayStation have Bloody Roar, and Xbox get Castlevania and Contra or something. I think that I think that, or maybe hey, uh, maybe they're ready, they're willing to give up their gaming department to the highest bidder. Who knows? I do think that there's smoke. There's a lot of smoke with this, and I do think that there's fire. I think that this might be the one. I don't know. I really do. But that's for another topic. I do want to hear your thoughts about this. I think, like I said, be more patient. You know what I'm saying? We still got games to play. We still have plenty to play. We don't have to worry about. You can't have these narratives keep coming in your head about that Xbox has no games because they show Grounded, and if you're not interested in Grounded or Bleeding Edge, that those are the games that that's what the future of gaming is going to be for Xbox for the foreseeable future. I remember when people were out here talking about, hey, what happened to like in the 360 PlayStation 3 era when there was all these double A and smaller titles. There was a lot of gems. You had Wet, you had oh man, I can't think of the name right now. It's Ninja something. I would love to see that game come back. I forgot. Really dope. I can't think of the full name of it now. You had Shadow Complex. You had all different types of really cool ass games that weren't big, huge AAA bangers. You had Binary. What was that? Binary. I can't think. There's so many of these damn games that was out during the 360, PlayStation 3 era that were really dope, and they weren't really huge titles. So they're going to make those games that you have your big budget games to come, and then you're going to have the filler, and then you're going to have the really smaller games that's going to be considered the love projects or the indie titles. And that still gives you plenty of great content. It doesn't matter if it's an indie game or if it's a triple A game. It doesn't all have to be the same. It's all about diversity. And that's where I think Xbox has the winning strategy is having diversity. Nintendo can win it the way that they do it. PlayStation can win it the way they do it. Xbox has to do it a different way. You don't want Xbox to be just like PlayStation or just like Nintendo. It's better for them to be both. And what their main focus of being is a multiplayer powerhouse. Give the diversity like the 360 and the OG Xbox and keep the multiplayer games at a must. That's it. That's it. So, I hope everybody has a good one. GRG will be uploaded today. So, hope you checked it out if you didn't check it out on Mixer. The Devin and Gamer will be uploaded on YouTube here in a couple of days, probably Monday. And man, we'll just go from there, man. So until the next video, when I just get a thought in my head and just want to talk about something, hey, I'll just do it. I got the time to do it. So anyway, everybody have a good one. Till the next one. Peace.